How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the Salamander Wilds. It's actually quite nice out today, and it's mid-February, so we got some nice temperatures coming through right now. I'm sure that won't last too long, but I thought I would take advantage of that, come out today and check out a few things. And one of those things is the vernal pool that I featured in the Spotted Salamander documentary. I'm actually heading over there right now, and if you have not seen that documentary, I definitely recommend checking it out. I will leave a link to the video in the description below. I go into a really in-depth journey into the life of the spotted salamander, and it was just a really overall fun, awesome experience getting to see this animal out in the wild and make its journey to go breed in the vernal pools. So again, really great video. Definitely recommend checking that out. So I'm coming up along the side of the vernal pool here from a completely different area, different from when I actually came exploring for the spotted salamanders the last time I was here. But even just from this angle, it's just so apparent how big this vernal pool is, and really no wonder why so many different amphibians gather here for the breeding event that takes place in early spring. And that actually got me thinking, because last time I was here, I came upon an eastern newt red-effed, which was a really awesome find, not just because it's my favorite animal, but in particular, I've never seen an eastern newt, let alone a red-effed, at this location ever. And I've been coming here actually quite a few years now, and I've never once seen a red-effed, let alone the eastern newt altogether. So I'm quite curious where they would be coming from. I have an idea of where they might be hiding, but I'm not totally convinced, not totally sure. So it's something that I really want to look into. And especially on a day like this, and hopefully if these warm temperatures pan out and persist through the coming weeks, it'll give me a few more opportunities to really check this out. But I'm going to be looking around this area much more carefully to see if I can find where these eastern newts are really hiding. So that aside, the ice here is actually melting, and that means it's going to be time for that salamander migration very soon. And I'm going to have to monitor the temperature and the weather in the coming weeks, and hopefully, if this sort of temperature does persist, maybe the amphibian migration might take place a little sooner than expected. Usually in my area, the migration could happen from usually, let's just say, early March through April, depending on the weather conditions and the temperature. But it could happen at the end of February. It has happened before if we get consistent temperatures like this and those nice rainy conditions at night. So I'm going to be looking out for that, carefully monitoring those conditions throughout the coming weeks, because I will be coming back here to get some really good footage, hopefully good footage, of the spotted salamanders again, because I actually have a new toy that I want to use. I acquired a new accessory for my new GoPro, and it is a light that you can equip. And I did not have access to this before, so I'm hoping with this light I can get some much clearer shots of these spotted salamanders underwater. And the only concern is that the light might spook them, but if this goes the way I'm hoping, I'll end up with some pretty awesome footage. So that's something I'm really excited for, really looking forward to. And yeah, we'll just have to see what happens when the time comes. So I'm actually up against time at the moment, so I'm gonna have to come back. But that is going to be my next task, and investigate these eastern newt red-effs at this location, and hopefully in the process even find the aquatic adults, because where there's a red-eft, there has to be an aquatic adult. All right, well, just as I was talking earlier about coming back to the vernal pool and monitoring the weather and all that good stuff. Apparently today, same day that I just started recording this video too, the rain panned out with temperatures above 50. And kind of just occurred to me, I'm like, you know what, let me go check it out, take a ride down this road, see what I can see. And sure enough, some wood frogs crossing, and I actually just heard some spring peepers, so that is a really great sign. So that means the migration is already kicking off. So I'm gonna look around, see what I can see, and hopefully find some spotted salamanders. This is always so exciting and perfect. Here we go. Yep, there's a spotted salamander right there already. Look at that. And that is a male. You can tell because of the enlarged cloaca. So I'm gonna get this guy off of the road, get him to safety across so he can go to the vernal pool. And actually, while I'm at it, may as well just take him down there too. All right, and you can go on your way. There we go, look at that. Look at the color of those bright yellow spots. That is really, really amazing. So excited to see these guys out in the open already. And this migration is definitely taking place a bit early. Like I said, it's mid-February, so I was expecting all this to happen at least at the end of the month, not in the middle of the month. The weather from here till then usually is pretty cold around this time. There's a big difference. So either way, really, really great stuff. Look at that. You can try to get some good shots of this. Alright, and there it goes. And he will be waiting for those females when they arrive. Usually, the males are the ones that arrive first. Usually the males are the ones to arrive first, but look at that, poking his head out. And I'll tell you what, this water is absolutely freezing. Really never ceases to amaze me how these animals can bear such frigid temperatures like this during this time of year. And you could even see that the vernal pool here, it's still mostly frozen. So, you know, it really, I think, speaks to just really how much these animals can endure in temperatures like this, where one, we wouldn't even think, I think actually most people wouldn't think that animals like this would be out in the open and abundant during this time of year. So it's just another thing that really, really makes me love salamanders and always amazes me. Now with that, I am going to continue onward, see what else I can see, but that is the find during this moment. The spotted salamander, that is what it is all about over here, and already stumbled upon one, which is really awesome. That being said, I don't have my GoPro right now, so I'm still gonna have to keep track of the weather, monitor it really carefully, and I will be coming back when the weather pans out even more and stirs up more salamanders to get that underwater footage. Okay, well, had a bit of craziness going on over by the road, and there's a lot more movement tonight than I thought there would be. So we've got a nice sized female right here, and a male as well that I just let go by the vernal pool so that they're off the road. And what a really exciting, crazy night. I was not expecting it to pan out this way. Really awesome stuff. Still early, no spring peepers really out. I saw a few hopping along, but really no frogs singing yet. Saw plenty of wood frogs making their way, but just nothing is really starting just yet in terms of frog. Oops, there's a flashlight. No frog choruses yet, but there will be soon. And at this point, I was actually about to leave. I was on my way out. It was almost 12 in the morning at this point, and I had stayed out here quite a while trying to get salamanders and frogs off the road because the road actually was not blocked off for the first night of the migration. Perhaps no one expected the migration to start as early as it did, but either way, I was able to get a ton of salamanders and frogs off the road to safety on the other side to get to the vernal pool. And I stumbled upon an eastern newt red eft for the second year in a row, which is really, really amazing to me. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out a lot more closely and hopefully even find any adults that are in the area. They have to be around here somewhere. I just haven't seen them. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like, share, comment down below, and please subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated. And until next time, I hope you'll all join me for another adventure into the salamander wilds.